All right. Hello, everybody. I'm so happy to be back. Hello, Maree. How are you?
Oh, Lisa, hi. I'm much better now, thank you. I did have a bit of a rough week with some nasty food, but I'm good. It was a good, like I was just talking about, a good experience. So I'm much better, thank you. And hello, everyone. It's so nice to be back. My gosh, it felt like forever.
Right, right. It was. It did. And how's Jazzy doing?
Jazzy is doing just fine. So he says hello to everyone as well. So there you go. There's our Mr. Jasper.
Wonderful, wonderful. I tell you, the trip was I think it was for sure a way to get me into a 5D state for a long period of time to keep me in that mind state. And let me tell you, some amazing, amazing things happened in the trip. And things really shift when you are in that vibration for a long period of time, when you maintain yourself in that vibration. So, really, truly, some amazing things happened. And of course, during the conference, I met um, several people on the conference that I am going to have over for an interview, and I'm so excited. I went on a hike with one of them. This guy, his name is Lowell Johnson. He went inside Telos physically. Physically. So he was actually meditating on Mount
Mhm.
Shasta, and all of a sudden he feels this cold air. His back was against a rock.
Yep.
He feels this cold air come in, almost like lifting him up. And he was like, "What is that?" And he turns around, and the rock, like an opening, like a portal would look like, right? Like an
Yep.
opening. So the rock had into an opening, and there was an 8 foot tall Telosian named Alex who said to him, "Do you want to see Telos?" And he went inside, and okay, so listen to this. Lowell, that was his awakening experience. He knew nothing about ETs, he knew nothing about any of that stuff. He was just hiking and meditating, right? So when he came back and he described everything, it matched exactly what these other um, people that have channeled Telos, people from Telos, and what Telos looks like. And it matched what they were saying. So they were able to almost validate the story that he brought forth, and the detail that he brings forth is absolutely amazing. So we became good friends on the trip because I ended up a friend of mine that had gone had found a cave above the place he took us. So the next day, they asked me to come back to show them where the cave was. So I ended up spending a lot of time with them and his girlfriend, and it was just, his story is incredible, absolutely incredible.
Wow.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's some of the best things about when you do those sort of trips, isn't it? Is that you don't know who you're going to meet and why you're going sometimes because you need these connections with people. So
Yes, absolutely. And then he was saying how he received from these other beings. Of course, once he awakened and all the stuff started happening, he started receiving that he was a fragment of Thoth. And I said, interesting, because I know I was a priestess for Thoth. And I'm
mhm.
like, so it's not a coincidence that we are meeting and that we're getting together. So it really kind of excites me because I'm like, okay, something's up. Like, I feel like the universe is cooking something new for me, and it's coming, right? And all the little pieces are falling in place. So um yeah, just amazing.
Wow,
Amazing.
that's a beautiful story. So, and this is it. You know, you have to go out and about, don't you, to be able to allow these circumstances to come together. So,
Yeah.
well, that will be a really interesting interview with him.
Yes.
Or yeah,
Yeah. And I'm
amazing.
beyond excited. And then there's someone else he calls himself Ra, and he is um, he has brought forth all these things that come to him, and he's invented a bunch of stuff that it's amazing, and I can't come close to explaining it. So he's going to be on my channel as well to
Mhm.
explain what it is. But he even designed uh, um, a coil, not a coil. So this thing that he created, and he saw amazing results with. He was going from conference to conference selling these, and he put them in his car, and all of a sudden he noticed went 4 hours and his gas gauge did not move.
Whoa.
So then he's like, wait a minute, what's going on? So then now he's created the same gadget that I wear, because I bought one of his gadgets. Actually, I'm wearing it now. Um, it almost
Oh
looks like
wow.
a pendulum. You
Yeah.
see it?
Is it? What's
Um,
it made of?
brass, and
Yeah.
inside it has crystals. It has crushed crystal.
Yeah.
So he'll explain the science. And anyway, he created this for the car. So he was sold out of them. But anyway, I'm like super excited to also interview
Wow.
him as well. I met Alex Collier,
Oh,
and
how was that?
that was amazing. He's such a
Yep.
sweet soul. He doesn't let the limelight. He's just very the friend that I went with is a close friend.
Yep.
So I was able to, get to spend some time with him, and for the dinner, the speaker dinner and all that. So yeah, it was just amazing. He is an amazing human being.
Yeah.
Um so anyway, I will stop because I have so many questions for today. Oh my God.
Oh goodness, I know it's
Yeah.
been a crazy, crazy few weeks, hasn't it?
Yes, yes. So I'm going to start with something that Dennis already put in the chat, which
Yep.
is, and I'm going to have to speak in code. So I'm going to talk about the state that is above Florida. Okay. It starts with a G,
Yep.
and they were these things that were taken down. Okay. And these stones were made of granite, were huge. And we all know who put them there.
Yep.
So the first question that I am going to ask about this area was, it looks like a video surface that it was like a direct hit from the sky.
Hmm.
So what I want to ask is, well, we know the bad guys put the stones there. So if they got destroyed, I'm going to assume it's the good guys. I don't know if I should assume or not, but I would think so, because the bad guys aren't going to destroy their own monument.
Well, I checked in on that actually. It's funny you asked that because even yesterday, because I'd heard it from both sides, and I was going, "This is weird." They're trying to turn it as if it was the bad guys that had done it for their own benefit of a daytime thing like this. And I
Oh,
was going, but I don't know if that felt right. So I checked into it, and it was no, they didn't. So you're
right. It's
right.
the
It
good
was the good
guys,
guys.
right? The good
Yeah,
guys. Yeah.
but there's
Okay.
stories out there, believe me.
Okay. Wonderful. So let's get a message
Yeah.
from the good guys as to what did this mean for them? What was the reason for it? Was it um to get the Patriots a hope, to give us hope? Or was it because it had some type of evil power over us? Or what did this do by them destroying it? What did it do for humanity?
Yeah, no, and I was just pulling cards then as you were talking and tuning in, and the first card that came up was our Five of Cups. So there's actually two fives. We've got a Five of Cups and a Five of Swords. So this is change. Now your Five of Cups is all around grief, letting go of something. So for me, doing that, it's actually it's helping people to let go of a whole lot of grief, because that was quite in your face, wasn't it? What it said on those stones was in your face, man. This is what we're doing. So it was actually helping people to let go of grief. And the Five of Swords is change, fast change. And it's also can be done through words, thoughts. But this time it was also done through getting rid of those words that were sitting out there. So I feel it was strategic. So with these two cards, it was definitely strategic. And then the Three of Wands. So it's looking towards a better future. It's letting go of the past. So it's actually getting rid of stuff that was holding power and looking into the future to actually create something better. So if it was strategic, it was to show people that it's okay, we've got this, and to create something new from that being gone. So, and it was interesting because I also, as I was sort of tuning in yesterday to stuff, I was also getting, I don't know if you know, but there was meant to be something 6 feet under, like a time, some sort of time capsule. I don't know if you heard that.
I did, and they dug the place. That was my next question. They
Oh,
dug the
okay, good.
place,
Yep.
and there was nothing there. So that's my next question.
Yeah. So, and it was interesting because I'm going to pull cards on it as I'm talking now as well. But I got an insight into that as well, and it was quite bizarre. It wasn't what I was expecting. So, yeah, here we go. I'm just going to get one more card on this, and then that one's come up. Okay. So basically, the Page of Swords has come up. So this is when there's something that's been revealed, and it's done through our words, through our thoughts. It's something we're learning. And then the Hermit, so something that's been hidden away, isolated, secluded. And then the Ace of Cups. So this is about emotions. My insight was there wasn't anything that was a time capsule. They had an arrow pointing to 6 feet under. They were talking about us. You know how we use that expression, 6 feet under? When
Yes,
someone's passed
dead.
away. That
Yeah.
was my insight. Oh my God, that was the 7.5 billion whatever people that they were saying that's where you're all going to be. That's the time capsule. That was my insight. And
Oh.
I know it's weird, but it just came through to me. And I went, yeah, there doesn't need to be a time thing there. That's what they were expecting, that everyone was going to be.
So, because that's my question was it placed in either virtually, right? Because virtual is
Yep,
the same as physical as long as there's the intention.
correct. Yep. So it was actually us that they'd put 6 feet under. That was their
Yeah.
intention. I don't know.
Yeah.
It might sound crazy, but that's, and I went, oh my God, I would never have thought of that,
Well,
was,
and my question would be if that's the case, it didn't work. So what happened? How come it didn't work? That's my next question.
how come what the whole, like
That
the
yeah,
bad guys didn't, the
that
whole
the
thing didn't work?
yeah, that the intention didn't happen.
Yeah. Um, okay. So I'm just pulling cards on that now. Here we go. Yeah, because it was thwarted. Their plan was thwarted. We've got Five of Pentacles, which is when something really gnarly's happened, something not so great. It's been tough, but there's definitely something coming to help change that. And then we've got our Four of Swords, which is our beautiful, there's something mysterious going on about all of it. So in the background, there was something going on that was helping to thwart that. And then we've got our Knight of Pentacles. Now, this is someone very trustworthy that's bringing us a message, changing our reality. The Pentacles are reality, but it had to be very sure and steady. So it was thwarted. They were actually, it was changed. The outcome has been changed. It's like anything. We can change timelines. We can change our reality. That's what happened. So their intention did not go as they'd wanted it to.
So when you say we, is it we as in the White Hats, the Alliance, or was it humanity, or what do you feel?
Combination. Yeah, I'm going to tune into Jazzy for this as well. So I'm just
Yeah,
going
I
to
was
get
going
him
to
to
ask
show
you to
me.
do that.
Yeah, so come on, Jazzy, you can show me. Just show me a bigger perspective of what happened. Okay, so he's showing me with all of this frequency that is coming onto the earth that's actually raising our consciousness, and then everyone's intention of creating the reality they want, plus with the actual activities that were undertaken by the White Hats. that was enough of a combination that actually took these down. It was part of a strategy, but that was enough. That consciousness, he's showing me it's like it's being all held there. So it was enough to shift it and to change it. So, there's a lot of people like us that send a lot of light, that hold a lot of light, that all of us that, meditate have our creativity that we put out there, our visualizations, that helps. Everything helps.
Yeah. So then let me ask you, I was told, I had a friend who I did a session for, and in that session, directed me, the Arcturians directed me to get a piece of wood and then burn on the wood master teacher, almost as if burning those words in the wood would cast some type of spell or cast some type of, like, solidify the thought. So my question was, is that why they engraved on the stone, almost like the same thing, like burning in the wood, engraving in the stone, these rules, or these, guides,
Mm-hmm.
sentences, whatever they're called?
Okay. Yeah, good question. Yeah. Yes, you're spot on. Ace of Pentacles has come up straight away, which is always a yes to that reality. Yeah, and the Queen of Swords. So this is something that they were, and then of course, because the Queen of Swords again, thoughts and words. So the more people that actually go and see it and then speak it, they're also doing the creating for them.
Wow.
So it makes the devil card. So it makes sense, doesn't it? That's what they wanted, and so that was their plan. That was their master plan, but it didn't work.
Okay.
So yeah, but that's really good question. Really good way to put it.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm.
Very good. Yeah, that's wonderful. Okay, so that was you got my question there about was what was underneath, which is very good, and who destroyed them. Um, okay, so there was a video about the. Oh, you know what? Before I go on that, I think I saw that Desiree asked if it was a portal.
Okay, underneath or above or just there,
Uh,
anywhere there. We can
just
just.
there, just the place was a portal.
Okay, let me just tune in. Actually, I'm going to get Jazzy to just check out. We'll go in and check out the actual area anyway. Yeah, it does look like there was a portal, but it was more expansive outwards rather than depth-wise. Sometimes portals can be really deep into the holographic earth, and other times it can expand. I'm seeing this one as actually being expanded out. So it's actually almost like expanded out. And I'm just going to tune in to see what's happened. Yeah, okay. And there had been some distortion within it, is what I'm seeing. So that actually can be cleared through now. So people would already energetically be working on that.
Okay,
Yeah.
wonderful,
So yeah.
wonderful. Um,
Mm-hmm.
okay, let me see if there are any other questions around that topic. Also, guys, if you see me making up words, also don't put the words in the chat, because they can also read the chat and get us in trouble. So I'm trying not to do that. Okay, so the next question is that we shift timelines on the 5th of July.
5th of July. Let's have a
I have
look
a
and see.
feeling there was some shift of some kind.
Okay. Oh, there was definitely something going on because our Ace of Cups. Oh, hang on, the cat's going to go cray. Come over here. Be quiet. Yes, there was definitely something shifted. I feel it was more maybe on an emotional timeline because the Ace of Cups has come up. So if there's been a shift emotionally, then that's going to bring through it in reality. So that to me, I'm just going to have a couple to actually clarify that. But yeah, that to me is definitely saying there was definitely a shift. Oh, look at that. Our 8 of Wands. So it was a really fast shift. It came through quite quickly.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't know if people felt that, or if there was anything that people were actually tuning into or feeling. And look at that, the world. So definitely this was something that was worldwide, and it was coming through very quickly. It changed, helped to shift emotions, which then of course can help to create a new timeline or new reality. So yeah,
Okay.
definitely. Mm,
So I had heard that there's, and I can't remember who said this, that there was going to be a solar flare, that it was going to be massive, literally just massive solar flare, and that
yeah.
that would be the last solar flare that would take out the bad guys completely. Um, and then it would kind of make people higher self decide whether they were going to go with the good timeline or the bad timeline, if that even exists. um, okay, so is that going to happen? Is this huge gigantic solar flare that's going to take away the bad guys, come in and change
Okay.
everything?
My initial feeling is no. It's
Me too.
it's it's already it's happening in a more gentle way. So the Five of Swords has come up again. So again, remember this is change. Um, this is a fight, but it's usually quite quick. But then we've got the Emperor. So it's being done in a much more strategic way, and temperance. So it's working with energy. Yes, it's got a beautiful. This is like an angelic card, but there's patience. It's also a patience card, and it's also can be a transforming or changing into another place or situation. So I feel it's being done more gently than that. It's going to be done more so people can see it in reality. It's like they'll use the justice system, because the card underneath the Emperor was the justice. So I feel that a lot of it's going to be done through the justice system so people see it. So it's actually made more real and tangible for a lot of people, because not everyone can see things like we do, you know
Right.
if, so no, I don't feel that that's going to be the case.
Okay, very good.
Mm,
So can we confirm that we are on one single timeline, and that there won't be this where people that don't want to ascend go to this timeline, but
yeah,
people that want to ascend go to this timeline? Is that
I know what you mean. Yeah, so well, I mean, even within a timeline, what I'm just getting, I'm just tuning into Jazzy again, and he's showing me a timeline. It's like a motorway. You can have 4 lanes on the same motorway. Some people going one way, some people going the other. So a timeline, you could visualize it as being similar to that, so that some people might be going that way in the fast lane, other people are chugging along in the slow lane, still on the same timeline. So they're going to have a very different perspective of life.
yeah.
So yeah, so that to me would make more sense. So I'm going to now tune in to see. Yeah, so looking forward, again, we've got our 3 of Wands. So looking forward, it's it's the plan is to have it so that we actually have got one timeline. 10 of Swords has come up. So to me, this is the finishing of something, the death of something, and moving into something new. So it looks like we have, done a shift over. That one's really hot. Oh, 9 of Swords. So a lot of people have been worrying maybe about this as well, and not sure, am I going to get left behind? Are my kids going to get left behind? What's
Exactly,
going
the
on?
kids, right? People with kids.
No,
That's,
no, people have got to stop thinking of it like that. It's such a linear way to think. Like I
yes.
said, timelines are massive. You can fluctuate in and out of dimensions on a timeline. You can,
Yeah.
it's it's just so
Yeah, it's almost
yeah,
expecting everybody to graduate at the same time when they are
yeah,
in first grade, and some people are first grade and other people are 12th grade. Like, how can you expect
yeah,
someone to, everybody has their divine timing. So that's why that
yeah,
thing about, like, if you don't ascend, you go here, and and it's like, that doesn't make sense to me.
yeah. Oh, I agree. And I think that's because we are so used to thinking in just linear terms. We've got to. It's much more
We're multidimensional.
multi-dimensional. So a timeline is multi-dimensional as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So
Absolutely.
so people are worrying needlessly, I feel. Everything's always
Yes.
perfect.
Yes, absolutely. And I think that's why it's so important that when people listen to something, if you resonate, if you don't resonate, it's okay. It's okay for you to have your own reality. And that's what you
Yeah.
want to do. You want to have your own reality. I was watching this interview with Ruben Langdon with a Sarah. Oh, anyway, she channels the Telos people. But at that point, she had channeled Telos, but then she was talking to the Palladians, and what they said was, which is exactly a perfect way to explain, is that right now there's 7 billion people on the planet, which means there's 7 billion realities.
Totally.
7 billion different realities going on at one time. That means, people, you create your own reality.
That's
Everything
it.
that you see that's happening in the world, you are creating it based on your beliefs. So if you watch a video that changes your opinion about something, they just affected your reality and your timeline.
Yes. Yep.
So that's why it's so, so important that you either don't watch those videos, number one, or number two, if you say, oh, I can handle it, I can deal with it, then make sure that you are clear that that is not your reality.
Yeah. Because, and you're right, it's we all have our own experiences, and I'll often get this sort of thought come through where no one in the world has had the same experiences as I have, even as a child, even in this moment. And it's really quite freaky because we're just so unique, and that's the beauty and the gift of being human, is this free will and this uniqueness of us all. So yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
so, and that's true. The cards that came up for that were the Page of Wands, which is creating something new in our reality. The Hanged Man, which is actually surrendering to it, and then the Star. So you actually can create anything you want to create. We are masters.
Exactly. And that's why in my reality, I don't and will not accept that my children are going to go some one timeline while I'm going to on a different timeline. I'm sorry. That's not the reality I'm creating for myself.
Yep,
Um, and it's also not fair to humanity either, right?
yep. No.
Oh, you were in second grade. Oh, screw you. You're going to, the
Uh-huh.
timeline that's from hell, right?
It's so
So
ego, isn't it? It's so
yeah,
ego.
absolutely,
You know.
absolutely. So,
So yeah. No, it's a good
I
question.
digress. I digress. I'm
No.
sorry. I'm getting on my soapbox here of creating your reality, but it's always good
uh,
it's always good to remind everybody.
yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about the E space space B space space S space space. Okay, put those
Yep.
3 letters together.
Yep. Yep.
Okay, this is the system that's going to tell us that something is happening. So there was a video by a woman named Nancy Drew who was showing that the police in the capital of the United States
Mhm.
were testing this system.
Mhm.
Why were they testing this system? Is it, the first question is, why were they testing, and is
Mhm.
it actually going to happen? Because I am torn in
Mm.
my reality. I feel like EBS would cause chaos. So, oh, I said the word, shoot. Uh, so I feel, so anyway, so what are the cards
Yeah.
saying about this?
Okay. Let's have a look and see. All right. So the Four of Swords has come up. So there's still a lot of mystery around this, and I still feel that it's actually unknown as to how this could happen, or how big this would be, or why it would happen. Because then we've got our Temperance card. So again, it's being overseen. There's still things going on. So the Temperance card to me is always an angelic type presence, or an ET presence, or something that's actually supporting what's been happening. So I feel it's there in case, because the Four of Cups has come up. So this is offering a solution, or offering someone something, but whether they choose to take it or not. So I feel it's there, JIC, just in case.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm again, I'm still not completely 1000% sure that there will be anything like that happens either. I feel it can be done in different ways. There may be short versions of it in specific places, but yeah, so I feel it's just there. It's a in case of
Okay.
need, especially for that area, just in case
Yes,
something
especially
happens
for that
in that
area.
area.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what I'm getting. So as well.
Yeah. So then let's ask if that system will be used in certain areas
Yep.
for sure,
Okay. Let's have a look and see.
like the area where it was tested.
So yeah. Okay. Oh, yes, and it could be, but it may not be what we're expecting. Okay, so because the Five of Cups has come up, so it might not be, which is grief, letting go of something. So it might bring attention and news to people, and it may not. They might not be happy about it because the Eight of Cups is when you're walking away from something. So it's changing someone's reality and their perception of their reality. So I feel that that's why they have to be careful with where they do it and why they're doing it, because it's going to affect a lot of people.
Yes,
Like,
and that's why I believe that
yeah,
they're not going to do it. I feel like if they took the MSM and
yep,
just put the information in the MSN, that's all they have to do.
I
Take
know,
over MSN, put the info in there, and that's it. That's like using the
yep,
same system, right? It's doing
I
the
agree.
same thing.
And people feel safer, hearing it from places where they trust.
Exactly.
Even though we don't listen to those sort of areas, that doesn't matter. A
Exactly.
lot of people still do. And it was fascinating because I noticed that, remember how a few shows ago we were talking about outages and internet and think, well, did you notice that that was happening in certain areas in certain
Yes.
countries?
Yes.
Mm.
I
So,
did.
yes. So, yeah, which is interesting. So,
Yes, absolutely. All right, so that covers that. The next question I have, Dennis wants me to ask about Sri
yeah.
Lanka. Um, so he wants to know if they are starving them out or what's happening there. Maybe Jassy can also
Yeah, tune in
um,
and see.
tune
Okay.
in that area as well.
Okay. Okay, there's a couple here that want to come up. Yeah, so the cards that have come up are the Three of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. So when they come up together, to me, this is actually planning a better future. It's looking forward to the future. It's actually trying to create something better. So, and then there's the Five of Cups. So there is some loss and grief. There is something that obviously it's not easy. It could not be easy over there at the moment with everything that's going on. But man, haven't they stepped up? Wow, like, but it's like then what do they do now? So now let's I'll actually ask, I'll get another card on that just to see if there is support or anything going in to help them.
Yeah, good idea.
Yeah, so Page of Wands, yeah, okay, so these two will come up. All right, so there is something new that's going to come through to support them. There's a strategy that is in place. It's going to still, I don't feel it's going to be easy. I think it's going to take a bit of time to sort of get these things set up, but there is definitely something that is not known about yet that's hidden that's going to come through and help. But it's going to be tough, okay? But there is, I think maybe we're all going to have to do what they've done at the end of the day. Who knows? We just don't know, do we? How much we are
Yeah.
going to have to step up. How much are we going to be affected? But Sri Lanka definitely had enough. Now, where else was it happening? There was somewhere else it was happening as well. So yeah, but
Um, I don't
I don't know.
remember.
There's a few other places like where it's happening too. Whether they're starving them out, look, I feel that could be sorted out pretty quickly, once there was some people in there that could actually go, right, let's get some food in here, let's get things moving again. But it's not
Yeah.
easy at the moment. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
And that's why again we create our own reality, right? Like
yeah,
like if you could be in Sri Lanka right now, but if you believe the universe is going to take care of because
yeah,
this is a simulation, it could easily pop up a vegetable stand that has never been there before, and out of the blue some farmer shows up right next to your house, on the road selling
Yeah.
vegetables, and it's right there for you. So that's why people, it's so important to create your own reality. When you're seeing something that doesn't agree with you, just say, not in my reality. In
Yeah.
my reality, I'm going to be abundant and I'm going to have food and da 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 da. So it
Yeah.
doesn't matter. It's, you have to create your own reality.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next great question that Dennis had was about
Ooh,
this person and if he's really dead.
good question, Dennis. Let's have a look and see. So
And
first
I
of
don't know if
all,
we can say his name, so I'm
no,
not going to say it.
probably not. I mean,
Yeah,
probably I just won't. We just
yeah,
won't. We just know what's going on.
yeah.
Okay, so yeah. Okay, so yeah, ooh, interesting. The judgment cards come up first. Now, this says to me always that there's something more that's come up to be revealed, that's around truth. Queen of Swords. So this is someone that speaks truth. Um, how can I explain these two together? So to me, this is actually something that's coming to light. I don't feel he is dead. So this card's come up. So I feel that there has been a connection into the, into the bad guys, into that area. But then there was a shift as part of a deal, which is why the judgment card's there to help out at some level. And then it was maybe the fake death, so that there was
Yeah.
some safety that he
Right.
could be
Uh-huh.
taken to. Is this making sense? I don't want to
Yeah.
say
Yeah.
too much. So
Yep.
yeah, so it's actually been hidden what actually happened. So our Two of Swords is decision was made, but it's been hidden from people, the truth of what happened.
Okay,
So
so then the answer is he's not really dead then.
no,
Okay. Very good. Um, let's see. The next question from Space Cadet Lottie. So, how does the ascension on Gaia affect the inner Earth world's beings?
ah,
Does it affect the
yeah.
Fae and elemental realms?
Okay. So yeah, that's a great question, and it's really amazing the cards that have come up for that, Space Cadet. So we affect each other because we've got the Ace of Swords. So to me, this is actually words, thoughts, deeds, but there's something, it's really positive. So we affect in the interdimensional worlds as much as they affect us if we're open to it. Because the next card that came up was our Knight of Pentacles. So this again is bringing reality, someone very trustworthy, bringing in a reality, and then the 10 of Cups. So this is a family, really happy situation, beautiful emotions. So I don't feel we can affect them. They've protected themselves to a point where all of the shenanigans and all of the rubbish that was going on in our 3D world, they had to protect themselves because they got so burnt and so hurt by it. But now I feel we're just building this beautiful bridge. And so we're actually helping each other again. There's a bit of trust coming back in from all the fae, the elemental realms. So the more that we connect in with them, like nature, like really just connecting in even with the sky, the wind, all of those beautiful nature beings, that's going to help them, that's going to help us. So yeah, I feel that now there's probably the most opportunity we've had in centuries to actually work with them. So
Awesome.
yeah.
Can we ask Jazzy
Mm.
if, when these energies are being sent to us, if he can choose to partake of these amazing energies, or if he's already so high up that it's not even like in his dimension, like it's so,
Yeah.
low
Okay.
that for him that's like meh, like
No.
baby
He's
stuff.
going there. They're some of his favorite aspects. So because of the consciousness, it's like the interdimensional, those beautiful inner earth realms, and they're some of his favorite. Remember, he's crystal. He's a fairy. He
Right.
keeps saying, "I'm a fairy. I'm a fairy." Remember. So as well as the fact that of this consciousness that comes through that we're connected to with Jasper, he's also a crystalline being. He's a fairy, so he
Yes.
loves the inner earth worlds and realms, and he loves being with other crystals, and yeah, like so yeah, so he actually does partake in that realm, don't you? Yeah, he goes and plays wherever he wants.
So does he use that energy at all? Does he use it? Does he?
He is that energy. So it's yeah.
Oh,
So that's what I was trying to say. That's why he kept saying to me, "I'm a fairy. I'm a fairy." So he is that energy.
that's being
So
sent to us.
yeah. So
Okay.
it's yeah. So and we're that energy too. Remember, we're elemental beings. We came through. Some of our first incarnations on Earth would have just been these beautiful etheric beings.
Yes.
So we have that as well. So that's what we need to also tap into, is that aspect of us.
Okay. All right. Fantastic. Beautiful. Thank you for the question, Space Cadet.
Yeah, beautiful
I feel
question.
like the energy just went like,
I know, I can feel
ah.
it. Yeah, it's like, oh, here we go. The other thing is, remember too that we're becoming more crystalline. So from our carbon base, we're moving into crystalline, which then allows us more connection into those realms.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Very good. So
yeah.
I actually had this question on my list.
Okay.
Um, so the last that came out was that this had happened as
Yeah.
a heart attack. So yeah, it would be good to know if it was natural.
Okay, let's have a look and see. Hmm. Yeah, it's interesting because we sort of stop thinking that people just die of natural causes these days, don't we? Because there's so much going on. you know. Okay. Let's have all right. So yeah, I feel it was. Yeah, I feel it was actually. So we've got our seven of pentacles, which is something that's been sort of worked on, built, structured. So I think it was a natural part of life, because then we've got our page of swords, which is someone bringing us messages, truth. It's new. So there was news that something happened. And then we've got our Six of Swords. So this is passing from one place to another. It's moving into a better place. So I feel that it was actually natural. Whether it was quite quick, because the Eight of Wands has come up. So I feel it was quite sudden. So, whether it was because of something that had been taken, I doubt, I don't know, I doubt it,
Okay,
but
so you don't think, yeah, that's what I was
yeah,
thinking.
I was
'Cause
tuning into
it
that.
was a heart attack, so
Yeah. So look, so no, I'm feeling it was natural.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, very, very good. Very good. All right, let me mark that off my list. Okay. Next question is when is this gonna,
Oh,
not
yeah.
when, just first bigger rest. I know it's really hard to get dates and
Yeah.
things
So
with tarot, so because things change.
everything's, like I said, you've got this massive 4-lane, 5-lane highway that's in one thing. So there is always fluctuations, especially with how everything's been going. So let's just check. We can see though, will Joe be the first? I'm just tuning in here.
Well,
Yeah, okay.
Hunter be first.
Okay. Oh, interesting, because the Lovers card has come up. So I feel they're going to be very close together.
Oh,
So it's like, because you cannot, yeah, Nine of Cups. So all of the wishes and desires around that, because you can't have someone like Hunter get taken in and not, and
right.
have, yeah,
Yeah.
that you can't have someone in Joe's position. So, but it's still unknown, but I think it's going to be really, really close together. So Two of Swords has come through. So there's still a decision being made. So, but I feel when it happens, it's going to happen. It's going to go down very, very close together. There could be, I'm feeling that there could be someone else that surprises us, that gets blown up in the news first.
Oh,
Okay, so before that, like, yeah. So I feel there's going to be a little bit more Five of Swords, really fast, really quick when things happen through like a bit of a brawl or a fight. I feel something else might come up first that could surprise people. But
Okay.
those two should go down fairly close together.
So can we find out if people that are not awake are seeing this, are seeing what's happening with this guy?
Yeah, sure. Let's
With
have a look and see.
especially the son. Um,
Yeah,
are they
yeah,
seeing what we see?
exactly. Well, it's been hidden for so many years now, isn't it? You know, and Dad even got into, to the position he got into, even with that all out. So it's just mind blowing. Right. Okay. Oh my God, you're not going to believe it. Two of this, yeah, I believe that people are waking up because the strength cards come up, and then these two cards come up, again together. So we've got our Lovers card and our Nine of Cups, which is wishes and dreams and what we want and desires. So I feel that people are definitely waking up. It's becoming sort of a stronger imprint on people. So definitely something with those two cards and those two particular people that we're asking about.
Okay.
So
All
yeah,
right. All right. So today I heard something really interesting, and that was that this is from a psychic that Mr. T actually got shot back in April and died, but because they have ET technology, they brought him back.
yeah, yeah. I know that's such an interesting one, isn't it?
Can we
Oh,
find out if that's true?
sure. Well, I mean, remember too, he's got clones, he's got doubles. So let's have a look and see. I'm I'm wondering if it wasn't a double, and of course they have to say, if people saw it or whatever, it has to be shown the Emperor. Well, the Emperor's come up first, so we're talking about Mr. T, so it is the Mr. T. 10 of Cups, so it's a happy ending.
Yes.
So yeah, the
But did he
Magician.
actually die and come back to life?
Yeah, I know. So it's I'm not feeling that he did because the Magician's there, which is often uh, it's something that's hidden. It's something that's mysterious. So he may look whether he was shot or not, but I don't feel with those cards. I don't feel that he did. So this is what the cards are saying to me. It's like there's
So,
everything was fine.
so you don't feel that he died and came back?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Nope.
All
No,
right.
I don't. I'll double check. I'll pull another card here. I'm just gonna split. No, because the Six of Cups has come up again, and this is offering someone something, and it's a positive card again. So I'm not feeling that actually happened.
Okay.
So yeah,
Okay. Very good. So, um, so I heard that Mr. T was going to be arrested, and then the plan had changed, but that they came up with a different strategy. So is this true that they did have a strategy that they were going to act like he was getting arrested, but they changed that plan to a different one because they found a better solution?
let's have a look and see. Because wouldn't that have been a twisty? Having him arrested, everyone would have gone, "See, we told you," and then maybe it was to keep him safe or to keep him
Yes,
out of the way
exactly.
while
Yeah. Yeah.
all the shenanigans went down. Let's just have a look and see. Was that actually a plan that they were seriously thinking about? Um, yeah, it was something that was definitely on the table because we've got our Temperance card, which is obviously it's all been orchestrated as well with help from external help. Something that was offered, our Four of Cups, is bringing something to the table. Are you going to accept this? Are we going to do this? Let's have a look and see. Oh, that one's hot. Let's just see what happens here. Judgment. So it looks like they'd looked at doing this because the Judgment card, it would then allow everything to unfold and be brought up to the surface. with Mr. T being somewhere safe. And yeah, so that was definitely in the works, because again, we've got our beautiful Seven of Pentacles. So that was something that was definitely in the works. Let me just check now to see if that's something. Actually, I'm going to use my kinesiology and check to see what the percentage chance of that still being in play on wherever we are now in this moment in time. I'm just going to check in, okay? So what the percentage chance of that actually still happening is. It's about 24%. Okay, so there's still about a 24% chance that that may be one angle they have to take. I guess they're just going to decide on what sort of comeback they're going to have from other situations that are going on. So this is all still a big game in play.
A big
Yeah,
chess
so
game.
nothing.
Yeah.
I wouldn't commit to saying anything at the moment is possible, because there's that percentage that, you know, it may still go ahead like that. But whatever happens, there's going to be celebrations. So I think that's what we need to keep our eyes on, the prize,
Yes,
because
absolutely.
Chariot's come up. So we are moving in the right direction towards our celebrations that we want. Ace of Pentacles. So we're going to have the reality that we want, okay? But we
Wonderful.
just don't quite know exactly how it's going to go there.
Right. And that's
So
why we
yeah,
have to continue going on, knowing and trusting that the plan will be perfect, whichever way it
every
unfolds,
way it
and that
unfolds.
our reality will be the best reality possible.
Yeah.
Um, so, next question I have, is it true that the Supreme Court overturned the election?
Yeah, I've heard it
That's what
happened
came
quite a while
out.
ago. So, but it's interesting, because have you been noticing, like, some of the states have actually been showing that on like videos where they're all saying, yep, we're agreeing to this overturn. And I'm going, if it's sort of coming out in the news, you know, I thought it only took one state and then it was null and void. So what is going on?
Yeah, exactly.
What is going on? Okay. So let's just see, first of all, um, if it actually has been secretly
Yes.
overturned.
And how
Okay.
Dennis says, all of you are here are making the best of all things happen. We are the light. We that has got this. Absolutely, Dennis. Perfect way to put it. Thank you, brother.
Beautifully said. Wow. Yes, yes. This is, oh my goodness, yes. So we've got our Five of Wands came up. Now this is, you can see the struggle, the emotion, the turmoil, it's spiritual. So there's a lot of, there's been a lot going on for change. So, and then we've got our King of Cups. This is the trickster. So they're hiding something under here. So I would say that there was a lot of calamity about when to do this, how to do this, but it's been done, but it's been hidden, and it will come out when it's perfect timing, when something else has merged, because the lovers have come up again. So this is about when situations merge together, when there's something that comes in that's right timing. So something will then allow it to come through. So yeah, fascinating. And I mean, the thing is, will they have to reset if they've already passed this? If they've already said that this is secretly been passed, they may not even have to reset.
Yes. So then, can the cards tell us
Yep.
right now, at this exact moment in time, when will this come out?
Okay, let's see what we
And
get.
knowing that it can change anytime, but it'd be cool to
Yep,
know
just
right
play.
now.
Let's see what we get. Yep. Ooh, okay. Wow, we've got our 10 of Cups, which is our outcome we're looking
Woo!
for. Let's just see. And now I'm going to ask for an actual, like a timeline. Okay, so that one wants to come through. I feel it's going to be fairly soon, because we've got our Chariot and our Ace of Pentacles again.
Woo! Look at
So
those
I'm just going to
cards.
check
Oh my
in. They're
god.
great cards, guys. These are fantastic cards, but I'm just going to tune in. I'm going to use my kinesiology again to see if I can tune in to see at this point in time if we can get a rough idea.
Wow, those are magnificent.
Yeah, I know. So I'm getting maybe about 7 weeks.
Okay.
So sometime within a 7-week period. So where
August,
are we now? What are
September,
we now? We're July.
July,
So
mid-July.
so
Exactly
August.
mid-July.
So sometime late August, maybe.
Yeah, late August.
Late
Yeah,
August.
August seems to be good. Like it's going to be a really, really big month. July and
Yeah.
August.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So that's very, very exciting.
Yeah.
Um,
So yeah, and that 10 still keeps on coming up. So it's whatever happens, it's going to be okay. So, however, that's a really positive card. I love this card. So it's going to make people
Fantastic.
feel good.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Um, so I just read that Mr. Gates is going to give all of his wealth to his foundation, almost all of his wealth to his foundation. What is this all about? Can you ask the cards
Yeah, sure. So
what is behind this bullshit story?
yeah, I think it's just more propaganda just to keep. I don't even think he's around.
Right, exactly. So that's what I'm
So
trying to
this is just
understand.
yeah.
Is it
Let's just see if is he actually
like
is he
what's the
gone?
strategy? What's behind this
Yeah.
him saying that?
Ooh. Mystery card, so a high priestess card, very powerful, very hidden mysteries again. So it's all just smoke and mirrors, guys. Smoke and mirrors. Because someone's running, that aspect of his account. Look at that, more mystery, Four of Swords. So there's so much that has been hidden from the public and putting out all of this stuff. Um, I think there must be a strategy with it. There is, because the Two of Wands has come up. So this is actually looking for a really nice balanced way, I guess, that it could be utilized. All that money will be utilized once he's publicly gone and been taken, and all the rest of it. So I feel it's a strategy that's actually allowing it. So if it goes into a foundation, then maybe that can be used to I don't know if they can use it in a way that's easier to atone for everything that's happened.
Okay, yeah, because his foundation obviously supports all the bad stuff. So that's why I was like, wait a
Yeah,
minute,
no,
what's
there's
happening here?
no, definitely it's all more furfies.
I love that word.
More
Okay,
furfies.
so here's a good question to raise our vibe.
Yeah. Oh, see, I'm
Who
Dominant.
is
Hello.
raising the collective consciousness, the frequency of the collective consciousness?
Or higher frequency. Well, firstly, it's us, okay, with our intention and with our visualization. I'll pull cards on this, but also obviously it's the great central sun is where a lot of the frequency comes through, and there are beings that are working with us, and a lot of this has been planned. As I said, that Queen of Pentacles is about contemplating your reality and planning. So a lot of this has been planned for eons, and we're in a cycle of high photons, all of that stuff. Plus, we've got a lot of help that's coming through. Nine of Cups again, all of our wishes and desires. So it's actually helping us to come into a beautiful place to live. So it's higher beings, guys. Hierophant. So this is someone that is actually of a higher nature spiritually. Usually, when I see it like this, so yeah, so that's we're getting help. So, and it's us as well. Remember, we've got higher selves.
Oh.
We've got incredibly high aspects. We're connected to God. We're connected to our Creator.
So I just saw something come into your background, the white part, and went like this, and then it left.
Oh yeah, people see weird things behind me
That
sometimes.
was amazing.
Yeah,
Oh my God. Can you ask, or maybe Jazzy knows?
yeah, what that was.
Yes. Who
Well, I
just
felt
went?
I felt I was channeling that as I was talking. I was actually tuning in and channeling it. So I'll just ask Jazzy. it's my guides. I'm very connected to Syrian guides, and I have quite a few of them around me at the moment. And I've got one particular one called Clarence, and yeah, so I know that they often are with me and come through.
That
So
was amazing. Because I've seen like little orbs come in and out and they fly in like an insect, but
yeah,
this was different. This was actually like if somebody grabbed a pen of light and went like this on the screen.
yeah, wow, there you go.
Yeah, that was
So
really cool. Really cool.
it's fun, isn't it?
Wow.
So
Magical universe. I love it. Okay,
yes.
so the next question is that person, and that's funny, Kathy, how you spelled it, currently
Oh,
being
got it. Yeah.
investigated by those three letters
Yep.
right now.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, let's have a look and see. Gosh, took me a minute to work out the F word, and I went, "Oh, of course." Yeah. There's been already been. It's already been dealt with. Um, so no longer a problem because we've got our Three of Swords. Okay, so this is speaking truth. Again, wisdom, words to this. Gonskis.
Yeah, and that matches what Tarot by Janine also
Oh, really?
received in her letter in her
Oh,
videos.
because I
Yeah,
haven't been watching her. So, yeah,
yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
So
So it
that's
matches what
bang.
she's saying that right now that's just an actor
Yep,
and that,
definitely. Oh,
he's been taken care of. Yeah.
yeah, definitely. So, yeah. And I
Mm.
think, it's people may never find out that that all happened behind the scenes, that they might only ever tell them he's done trial, this is why,
Yeah.
and now yeah. So we might know, but other people, they might not be able to cope until for years to know how everything actually went down.
Yeah.
So
Well, it needs to
yeah,
happen in my opinion, but
yeah, me too.
okay, so the next question is, will Big Pharma, that
Mm,
nasty word and the jabby
mm.
thingy, be exposed this year?
Man, you'd hope so, wouldn't you?
Right?
God. Yeah. Okay, let's have a look and see. Oh, that one. Yeah, because they're planning on I mean, it's all I don't believe it. I don't believe yeah, I believe it will because the Page of Wands has come up, which is something new that's being introduced or brought through, looking forward to the future. So that's letting go of the past. So yeah, and our wishes again, this one wants to come up a lot today, Nine of Cups. So our wishes and dreams. So I would say that once the dominoes start falling in the US, then things will be happening around the world where governments might be getting taken to court, things like that happen. So, yeah. So I feel that there will be a lot of exposure. There might be still some areas that don't do it as quickly, but my feeling, I don't know why, I've always had this feeling by next February, just about everything will be um, finished.
Out.
They might even try and do more masks and lockdowns and things like that over the next few months.
Yeah, but no, I don't think people are gonna comply.
They're hopefully not.
Yeah.
But yeah, so look, yeah, I feel there will be definitely a lot that's exposed.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, definitely. There's going to be people that come together. There's going to be situations that happen. So, I mean, I think even in the UK now, it's come out that they're actually acknowledging that these are causing lots and lots of problems publicly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, so the next question I have, I know we're going past, but I'm almost done. Um,
Right.
so Biden, I shouldn't have said his name. He is in Saudi Arabia. What does this mean? What's behind this trip?
Okay. So straight away when I saw that, I was going, oh, they're just making this. look like, he's going over there to, ask for whatever or do whatever. I feel, let's have a look at the cards. Yeah, I feel it's actually going to offer a way for things to shift really quickly into gold backed, because I feel that there's going to be so many more countries that don't use the US dollar anymore. So I
Yep.
feel it's going to push things really quickly, with that judgment card, into a situation where there can be a turnaround. I mean, yes, there's going to be I still think we're in for one more big collapse of everything. So don't panic, okay? It's all going to be okay. Just sit, hold. It's okay. Yeah, but I feel that that's what this is. It's like it's showing people a part of the strategy of how it's actually going to come down. So for people
Okay.
that don't know anything, it's like they can watch it and go, "Oh, that's how it happened," whereas we know it's different to that.
Yeah.
Make
Yeah.
sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely.
The ice cream man, Dennis. Call him the ice cream man. I love it.
Um, and also, I wanted to let everybody know. I know, Dennis, you signed up for the Starseed Connection tomorrow, but there's only 2 people that have signed up. So I'm going to go ahead and reschedule it for the following weekend. And that was my fault because I was on vacation and I didn't put up a reminder and all that stuff. So right now, there's only 2 people signed up. So I'm going to go ahead and cancel and reschedule for next weekend. Um, so that's to let you know on that. And then, Marie, do you have anything else?
Just to let you know, I did an interview with two very good friends of mine that have. One of them has had cancer, and she's completely, well, just about, almost, she's completely got herself out of that without any sort of normal assistance. And so it's an amazing interview with what she went through, how she felt, very raw, but just incredible, her journey. So if anyone's knows anyone going through that situation, then yeah, this interview would be really worthwhile watching. So I'm popping that up, probably either today or tomorrow, on my Magic Maree YouTube.
Okay.
And the other friend that's on there, she's also had lots of health problems, and again, completely done it all through natural ways. So really, really good to listen to. So that's up there as well. So yeah. So, and if anyone would love a healing session with all of this crazy energy going on, just book in through magicmaree.com.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Okay, Marie, always thank you. Jazzy,
Oh,
thank
thank
you. And
you.
to our amazing, amazing soul family that's always here with us, supporting us. We are so grateful for you that you
Yeah.
take the time to be here and provide content for us. Thank you for the awesome questions. We love you. We love you. We love you.
Yes.
And did
Much
Jazzy
love.
have anything else?
Okay. Yeah. Let's do a quick message from Jazzy. He's showing me a like a daisy and a sunflower, and he said, "When did you last stop and smell the roses or smell the flowers? When did you last stop and breathe and connect in?" And yeah, so because there's so much energy within those beautiful plants. Oh, and that reminds me, I saw someone doing a video. They were talking to a tree, and they said, "Tree, if you hear me, touch me." And the whole leaves and the branch went over and touched her on the shoulder. So I've got to go and do that. I'm going to go and stand under my tree and just, yeah, get it to touch me. So that was just mind
Wow.
blowing. So yeah, so he's just showing flowers and nature and
Going
okay,
out in
going
nature
out,
and really just
breathing it in,
enjoying. Yeah,
and connecting into the energy of it, the essence of it, especially of the yellow flowers is showing me for some reason. Yeah.
okay.
So there you go.
Beautiful. Wonderful.
That's
Thank
from
you,
Jazzy.
Jazzy. Thank you,
Okay.
everyone, again. We'll see you on Tuesday.
Yes.
Take care, everybody.
Okay. Bye. See
Bye
you guys.
bye.